Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Here we have the Volkswagen ID.3 and the new Cupra Born. This is not the Boost version, this is still a normal version. So those two cars have the same battery, the same motor, 204 horsepower motor, 150 kilowatt rear wheel drive, 62 kilowatt hour battery, 58 kilowatt hours can be used. So they're very similar. It's just Volkswagen, Seat, Cupra. Price is also very similar, options are very similar, but I want to look at the details of those two cars. And thanks to ABP Autoland Plattling that gave me this Cupra Born today to test it out. Link is in the description below. And what we see first here in the front is it has a slightly different front, different light design. The ID.3 has this, whatever that is. Cupra Born doesn't have that. In the Born it goes a bit in. And like I said, this plastic thing is not here, but it feels like that this front part is a bit longer. The rear is also different. There's a few other things. First of all, you open it with the Cupra sign, of course, and here with the Volkswagen sign. The Cupra tank door is a bit heavier, but it sounds better when you close it. And the Cupra Born has the backup camera down here, and it goes pretty down. You cannot see very high. And in the Born you also have this really nice design down here. This already scratched now. That in the ID.3 you just don't have. Same door handles though, same mirrors. I have silver ones because first edition, but same form and everything. Up here you can see that I have all black, and here it's in the car's color. Space in the front area is exactly the same as in the ID.3. I have the same headroom, the same legroom here in front. The seats, these are different seats, but if you have the same seats, it's exactly the same. We're going to the middle console when we go inside, but it's exactly the same. Let's look at the trunks. And this Cupra has the second floor where you put the cables, and therefore it's not as deep. My car doesn't have that. And I like it because there's also stuff here on the side for the second floor. I have a lot of crap in there, I know, but it's then deeper and I prefer that for me. It's heavier. The design of the seats is totally different. Like I said, hard plastic here. The door handle feels more like ID.4. The seats, this Alcantara is just very nice, but the headrests are almost the same. This car here has the panoramic roof and the sport seats, but you still have the two USB-Cs down here. In this dirty ID.3 you have here a bit more plastic, a bit more, God, it's dirty. It's softer here, so that's nice. And you still have your USB-Cs down there. It's exactly the same thing, just the Alcantara is more outside here, not in the middle. Let's see in the front. Here again in the doors you have this nice Alcantara, but you don't have the same grip to close the door, but the same buttons. This car's electric seats and the massage function. Like I said, the sport seats, very nice. Also the steering wheel is so nice, look at that. The light switches are a bit more angled towards you. Instrument cluster is the same. This car already has the 12-inch infotainment system. There's no buttons underneath. I don't know, ID.3 will get this as well, but I don't know if the ID.3 will also have no buttons down here. What's different here is that the middle console goes all the way there. Then you have the two cup holders and a pocket here. Here's your two USB-Cs and your phone, also wireless charging. And in the middle you have this middle console you can move but not adjust the height. But also very soft Alcantara. Up here also Alcantara and soft, and this is very rubbery. Very soft, nice. This is then the plastic, but very nice design. When it comes to the gear, it's the same gear selector. The buttons on the steering wheel are the same functions, but they're a different design. You have your cruise control here, and to adjust it 10 kilometers an hour for cruise control, you have to swipe here. You have to press hard and swipe. Just swiping doesn't do it. You have to press a bit harder. And with set and resume you can do 1 kilometers an hour more or less. And the same here, you cannot press those buttons, you have to swipe. It only works with swiping, pressing and swiping. If you just swipe, nothing happens. The same with volume. If you just swipe, nothing. And if you press and swipe, then something is happening. In the ID.3, I don't have the sport seats, I have the old first edition seats, but this is soft. I have the white interior, but the same buttons, but mine is not as thick here. So if I close the door, this is way thinner. In the Cupra, it's more this size, so this goes, and it's sturdy down here. And don't look at the dirt. Don't look. In the ID.3 I only have the 10-inch screen, but I have the buttons under here to get to climate assist, the drive mode and parking camera. The same gear change, same instrument cluster, same buttons for light, but it's a bit further away. And down here I have a net, and I have the 2 cup holders, 2 phone holders, and my USB-C is down here, and again a cup. And I can adjust the height of these armrests. And they're also very soft. The infotainment system is a bit different. You have shortcuts down here that you can adjust, as you can add stuff, and even more than once, so you can have the drive data a few times. You have a home screen that you can slide over in different sections, your map, your music, then your drive data. This is your assist system, your climate, and again, drive data. If you want to go to somewhere, you double click, and then you get to that screen, and here you can always go back. So you can go into my drive data here and see everything. If you want to go to climate, there's a few ways. So you can go in here and double click, and if you want seat heating, you have to click up here to get the seat heater. So it's not in the climate menu. And if you're anywhere and you just click here, you get a different menu, and it shows you 88%. So I'm guessing if it's the 22 degrees, I'm guessing it's that. And you can change stuff up here right away. But if you need still this button to get into that. This is always climate. Huh, I didn't know that. That's better than to look for it all the time. It's a wider screen than in my ID.3, but again, ID.3 should get that, but I don't know if it will have the buttons down here or not. Down here you still can select your temperature, your volume, and with double you change your seat heating. And those are not illuminated. What I noticed that this on-off button in my ID.3, it mutes and it pauses and starts music. In this car, it mutes, then it pauses, and then when you press again, it doesn't start it again. It does it with Bluetooth, but not with Android Auto. I don't know why. In my ID.3, it's a bit different. Like I said, it's smaller. You have the gesture control in the Cupra Born as well, but I just press down here to get to climate, to assist, to turn off lane assist. I didn't show you that in the other car. Show it, and to the modes. You get then here, and here it remembers where the mode was. In the Cupra, it always selects comfort when you start, and then here you always have your climate here, so you can get to climate here or with here. That's always at the same spot. And then here you have all of your settings, and if you want your driving data, that's in here, and if you want to see state of charge, that's here. In the Cupra Born, you can turn off lane assist really easy, just here. You just have to swipe. What you get though when you turn it off is always a warning in your instrument cluster, and this will stay there. That's a bit annoying, but that's fine. So can I always get to climate here? Yeah, that's cool. So I was wrong before. If you want to see your battery, you always have to go to car, and then e-manager is your state of charge. And then in vehicle you have all your settings, like in the ID.3 it's the same. And driving profile is also under here, and always goes into comfort when you start the car. Even if you were in the individual, performance or range, it doesn't matter. You start the car and it's in comfort. So as you can see, there's not too many differences between those two cars. Same battery, same motor. They drive very, very similar, the same as the steering wheel. The ID.3 steering is maybe a tiny bit more easier, lighter, but so similar. The steering wheels are a bit different, and that's it. So you can see it's a bit more about the design and what the buttons do and where they are, and you have to decide for yourself what's better for you. Price is also very similar. But as always, don't forget channel membership. It's always cool to support me, and you get perks and stuff. And then of course merch, beautiful hoodie and other stuff. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.